Bye, Neha. Shall we begin? So, children, this week, I thought of taking up two chapters because separation of substances is also not so there, and changes around us. Both of these are like small chapters, so we can cover them, right? Am I audible?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. fine. Let us revise separation of substances first. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, Nishika, you tell, what do you understand by threshing?
Ma'am, threshing is the process of beating crops to separate the husk from the plant.
Okay, the husk from the.
Like the outer part of the plant.
Okay. Neha, what is threshing?
Ma'am, threshing is a process used to separate the husk from the seeds.
Like after harvesting of wheats or paddy, uh, means they we get a bunch of stalks. Okay, so those stalks are first dried in the sun before the grain can be separated from the stalks. So the very first step we try is threshing them. Okay, and what do? That we beat the uh, stalks to free the grain seeds. Okay, earlier in earlier time bullocks were used for this purpose, but now we have machines. Okay, next, what, how means, do we use hand picking? Do you still think that hand picking method is used for separating one of the other materials? If yes, where and how? Hand picking. Why do we use hand picking method?
Ma'am, to separate like things of sort of the same size, like fruits or vegetables.
Why can't we use hand picking method for separating grain from the stalks?
Ma'am, because they're too small to pick by hand.
Exactly. So when we have unwanted substances and they are big enough in size that can be picked from the hand, we'll prefer hand picking method. Suppose we have wheat flour and we can see some pulses or the seeds of grains, uh, wheat or anything. So I think if we can see 8 to 10 seeds, definitely we'll just pick them by hand. Okay, because they are not bad, they are not harmful to us, but just they are unwanted because we want to make a dough and we want to make chapatis. If that seed gets stuck in the mouth, it will create problem. That is okay. Next is winnowing. Neha, what is winnowing?
Ma'am, winnowing is the process of uh, separating two substances in which one of the substance is lighter.
Okay, Nishika, how winnowing is done?
Ma'am, so they take the pan with all the seeds, which is just separated, and then in front of the wind or a fan, they pour it onto the ground, and all the dust and particles flies away.
Yes. So the complete um, set of substance is taken to certain height and is allowed to fall in any of thing we can take it. So the lighter, mostly the unwanted substance is the lighter one that will be blown away with the gust of wind and will have the required and the heavier substance settled at the down, floor. This is a reaction. Please join on time. Okay. Can you hear me, Alexa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have discussed three methods of separation: handpicking, threshing, and winnowing. Adakshan, can you tell what is sieving? What
Ma'am,
is hmm?
ma'am, can you repeat the question again?
What do you mean by sieving? Sieving. Method of sieving, method of separation. What is meant by this? We use it in home also.
Yes.
Tell me then.
Ma'am, the separation of particles from different substances.
State example, Akshay. Explain this with the help of an example. Neha?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the process of separating two materials in which one of the like this, there are different sizes of the material.
Okay. Examples. State two examples.
Ma'am, sand and rock.
Sand and rock. Okay, fine. But can you give me a domestic example? Pardon, Dakshin?
Ma'am, we remove the stones from wheat or rice, something.
Wheat or rice flour.
Yes.
We
Yes,
use it when we're separating tea from the tea leaves.
exactly. Yes, the daily use of sieving is this. Huh? We need to separate tea leaves from the tea, and there is like a net-like structure in the bowl form. And when we pour tea, the tea leaves being bigger in size, they are trapped inside the sieve, and the tea being liquid in nature, it passes off from that hole, small holes. Okay, so the concept of sieving is to separate the different sized particles based on their sizes. It is also like we can say very straightforward, no efforts at all, time saving method. Okay, that's a simple device with a small hole with which allows the finer material to pass through, while the bigger size material will be trapped. Okay, next is magnetic separation. Akshay, what do you mean by magnetic separation and where it is used?
Ma'am, it attracts all the iron pieces, ma'am.
Attracts all the
Iron pieces.
not only iron is a magnetic material, but we can have cobalt, nickel, steel. These also are magnetic materials. So if we want to separate any of these, okay, from mixture, we can use magnetic separation method. If you have seen, what do we say? Rat pickers also, they hold a rod at the bottom of which is a magnet fixed. They just move over the garbage. Why? Because they are trying to collect all the magnetic materials. They are generally metal in nature. And after collecting, they can sell those things. It is their purpose. Okay. So a magnet can attract and remove iron fillings from a mixture of any metallic objects. Okay. Next comes uh, now solid, the things which are insoluble in solid. Like suppose if I put 1 spoon of sand, one fist full of sand in water, will it be dissolved in water?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
It will be insoluble. But later if I want to separate it out, what is the way?
Ma'am, you can evaporate the water.
Oh, don't you think this method will be too long? Like evaporation of water. Okay. If suppose the water
Ma'am,
is
sieve
one
it.
bucket of water, huh?
Sieve it.
Sieving, okay. One of the method can be sieving, but few sand particles are so smaller in size, they can pass through the holes of sieve.
Yeah.
You remember sedimentation, decantation, filtration?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So those methods will be used for removing the insoluble solid impurities from the liquid. Okay. Sedimentation means if suppose you have mixed sand in the bucket of water and Just don't disturb. Let it settle for some time. Okay, what will happen?
Ma'am, all these sand particles settle down at the bottom of the vessel.
Yeah, the dirt being heavier in nature, it will settle at the bottom on in muddy water, and then we can like pour off the clear water which is lying above the settled sand. We can pour that in some other material. So this separation, pouring the clear water in the other material, other container is known as decantation.
Decantation.
Okay, it involves pouring the clear upper liquid without disturbing the sediments. This is called decantation. But still, you will see some very fine particles still are, in the water. Then next step we can use a
Filtration.
filtrate. You can use either the filter paper or you can use a very fine cloth. Okay, you can put 2 layers of cloth for getting better results. Now pour that the water after decantation into the filter paper or filter cloth filtrate, then you will get very much clear water. Okay, because the holes in the filter paper or the cloth are like much smaller than the sieve, so it will trap much of the impurities. Okay, next is the now there comes few materials like salt or sugar. If we mix them in water, they they get mixed in the water, dissolved in the water. What is the method of separation of these two? Evaporation can be used.
Yes.
Girls, the chapter is not so big. Just this is our last step. 2, 3 methods are left to discuss. What is evaporation as action? Reaction. What is evaporation? Nishika,
Yes, ma'am.
evaporation.
Evaporation is when you boil the water.
When we heat boiling water.
Reaction. Wait now. Reaction. Wait now. Nishika is telling.
Ma'am, it's when we boil the water and turn it into gas.
Boils the water in.
And it turns into gas. It turns into water.
Okay, so you mean water out of the mixture of a liquid and soluble solid into water, water will get evaporated. Fine. Next step is
Ma'am, condensation.
what is condensation?
Ma'am, the process of changing water vapor into water by
Hmm.
the process of cooling.
Okay. Like if we boil the water and cover it with a lid, we turn off the flame. After a while, we'll see the water droplets sticking under the lid. Why? Because the steam, the vapors that converted into gaseous form inside that boiling container. Okay, when the temperature came brought down, they automatically converted back the gas molecules. Water vapor got converted to liquid form and they fell back into the water. Okay. The third step is distillation. What is distillation reaction?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
can you repeat the question again?
Distillation.
Distillation, ma'am.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
Neha or Nishika, anyone? So distillation is a process used to separate components of a liquid mixture based on their different boiling points. Okay, the substance with the lower boiling point, obviously, suppose we have kept the mixture Suppose if we put a mixture on the flame, on the gas flame, okay, with the rise of temperature, the substance with the lowest boiling point will reach first. So that substance will be can be separated out. Okay, means the substance will start evaporating, and after condensation we can collect out that particular substance. And then distillation also purify liquids or concentrate a specific component from a mixture. This method is not easy to use in home, but this is commonly used in industries and laboratories to obtain the pure substance, like distillation of water or alcohol. Okay. I think we should now move to the practice of question. Then you will feel good. Means it will be the best way to revise. Is it visible? Is the worksheet visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start with the assertion reason type question. Hmm.
Mom, do we type the answers in the chat box?
Yeah, chat. Very quickly put the answer for first in chat first. Assertion husking flour can be separated by process of sieving. And reason sieving is used when two components of mixture differ in size. Share your answers quickly. Only Neha has answered. Nishika, the action quick.
Ma'am, should we send it to you?
Yes, personally on chat. Nishika, quick, bacha. Oh, great. All three. Okay, first is correct for all. Nishika, fine, I've seen your answers, all three. Neha, the action quick for second one. Which is used to separate grains from chaff. It's called threshing. Threshing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture. A reaction quick for second.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, you are telling something?
I'm asking you to share answer for second assertion reason this one.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Then what threshing is used for? You mean assertion is true for second and reason is false. What is the principle of threshing? Sure, its principle?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
please use to separate the grains and the leaves of the crop, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, we can say like because there is nothing to do with the size of particle or heavier and lighter. This particularly is used to separate grains from stalks. Okay. Third, Neha and Akshin, third also, please.
Ma'am, I have sent the third answer.
Okay. The conversion of water vapor into a liquid finished by condensation. Mixture of camphor and common salt can be separated by sublimation. Mixture and common salt. Akshin and Neha, why C? Camphor is in Hindi what we call kapoor, and common salt if they are mixed. Okay, and we have made a cube out of this mixture. So don't you think that camphor can go undergo sublimation if we
Ma'am, but it cannot be reversed back into its original form.
here it is only asking to separate them out. Camphor will evaporate. We'll be left with salt only. So B should be the option for third. Both are correct, but it is not correct explanation of A. Okay. Camphor undergoes sublimation, so salt will be left. Third, B. Now write for fourth and fifth, with all of you. Quick. Fourth is normal salt can be dissolved in the amount of water. Solution is said to be saturated. Condition is saturated, everything is tries to precipitate out.
Mom, can I see the choices one more time?
Oh, okay, good. Hmm.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show the options sometime?
Options? Neha? Neha, if you also want to go through option, please have a look.
Yes, ma'am, I'm done.
Okay. Right answer for fourth and fifth question. Uh-uh. Option fourth, Nishika fourth, quick. Neha, fourth and fifth both are correct. Nishika, fourth C. In fourth question, assertion is true, but reason is false. On heating a saturated solution, the salt, more salt can be dissolved and nothing like the salt will precipitate out. Okay, on heating, the solubility of a solution increases. So that's why reason is false. And fifth, share your answer for fifth. Nishika, Adakshan, be quick. Sit here. Say the answers. Fifth is D. Here, assertion is false and reason is true. Okay, now comprehension type I want you to solve. Okay, look at the long answer type questions and share your answer for first question, A and B part separately in the chat. First, think of the case, what is being asked, frame your sentences the best you can, and then share your put your answers in the chat. Okay, don't rush to give. Long answer, first time, first question. These two. Go for it. Only Neha is sure. Adakshay, Nishika. You can open conversation and see whatever is of operation. This is in which whatever is separated from its cellular substances. Okay, Neha, good. Fine, good, Nishika. Adakshay, where is your answer? So girls, this PDF will be sharing in the group. You have to practice all the comprehension type questions and the long answers as well. Okay. There are 4 passages. These comprehension type question you have to practice. After every passage, there are 4 to 5 MCQs given. Okay. Along with comprehension type, the long answer type questions also. Okay. You can unmute and tell me now.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine to revise the chapter at its best and come with your doubts tomorrow. Else tomorrow we'll start revising changes around us. Okay. Okay, girls. Bye. See you soon.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.